great to be back. Long time no see. I appreciate all of the comments that we've been getting recently, as well as the new subscribers, despite, once again, the lack of content from me. So for me, probably about the only creative thing that I do at this point in my life is the YouTube channel, outside of, looking at a guitar from time to time. And so as with anything that you do that's creative, I think unless it's just going to sound tired, is you need to have inspiration. You need something that motivates you and drives you. And I know for me, there's been some times in my life where, I'm knocking out a couple of songs a week or whatever, playing with 2 bands at a time. You're just really getting it. Well, I'm getting old, and I just lack inspiration, I think. I'm thinking in terms of case studies. It's like, man, I don't have the inspiration, motivation, or work ethic good enough to sit down and learn someone else's stuff and all of those other things. But be that as it may, I just really haven't been inspired to play. And this is not some kind of a clickbait thing where it's like, hey, I'm going to take a picture of myself every day for the next 3 years and see what I look like or whatever. I genuinely and sincerely have probably played guitar less than an hour in the last 4 months since the Katana review video. I don't know why. You get busy. You cumbered about with many things. You have to work for a living. Probably been binge watching too many shows, House on Haunted Hill, whatever the heck it is. And so it's just like I've been off for 9 days straight. And I thought, well, I'll get a video out. Well, here it is, day 9. I have to go to work in the morning. And I thought, well, nothing. I suck. And I thought, well, why don't we do this? How about I'm just going to, now, I've probably played, I'm not kidding in the least, less than an hour in the last 4 months. So I thought, let's see what it sounds like after not playing for 4 months. Now, I did have to tune the guitar. I've probably played 7, 8, 10 minutes maybe, just doing some level testing and not really going after it too crazy. And so I thought what I would like to do, if I could speak, is just play a couple of minutes. I don't know if play with a backing track might make it more fair to kind of compare how crappy am I going to sound. And sometimes, to a casual observer or listener, they're like, hey, it didn't sound so bad, but you start losing that synchronicity between right and left hand. Your fingers tend to fly off the fretboard, and you just get a little bit sloppy, and I tend to dig in too heavy when I haven't been playing very much. So let's just see what it sounds like, and then what we're going to do after that is we're going to turn the lights off, and then we're going to play for about an hour and just try to get back into the thing. And then for the last part of the video, we'll play along with something after having maybe warmed up or played for an hour. Now, that portion may not come until tomorrow. It is getting a little bit late. But anyway, this could be interesting. This could suck. I could probably lose half of my subscribers. I'm sure the comments are going to be brutal, that I have no discipline, that I have no motivation, and certainly no inspiration. Regardless, let's just go ahead and proceed. We'll see what it all sounds like. Hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching. Now, believe it or not, that was not easy. And if you really listen and watch, I'm just all over the place and missing a lot. Again, casual observer, casual listener might say, I don't know. I've been playing for 35, 37 years now, so I guess you ought to be able to hang on to something. It's like riding a bike. But, there's been times, there's a time back in the 90s where I took off probably a year from playing guitar, and so much that I opened up my case. It was in the basement of a church, and there was mold in it. But it always comes back. And it seems like the longer you've played, and even though it's been 4 months, it just doesn't take that long to come back. So we'll see what happens. So we're going to shut this down. We're going to play for about an hour, and then we're going to come back and see what it sounds like. So, we have gotten our 1 hour of practice in. It took us a week. It was broken down in 3 sessions. One was about 4 minutes, one was about 10 minutes, and the last one was about 45. And at the end of the 45-minute session, I was playing pretty good. And so here I am, gearing up and getting the lights on and the camera set up and playing a little bit, looking for a track. And it's like, it just doesn't sound good at all on my part. So this might be a little rough, could be a little fun. Let's hope that we can pull it off. And I would really like to send out a special thanks to YT Jam Tracks, who is very courteous about letting me use his backing track. And I tell you what, the guy is prolific. Check out his channel, YT Jam Tracks. Absolutely awesome. So let's fire it up, see what it sounds like. This could be a total disaster. Hope not.